Crystal on this one. Holla.
Yo. So, while I was installing the brakes, I got a package delivered. Super stoked on it. Figured I'd open it with you guys. It is more parts for this car. So now that we know Christine's car actually together for the most part, just some minor things that need to be done. We're now going to be focusing, or I'm going to be focusing more on my car instead of fixing everything on her car. It runs well as of right now. So the main thing that I'm going to be focusing on is the way it looks and the styling of it. As you guys seen, it already has a body kit on it, over fenders. But I'm debating about switching up the rear end of the car as far as like the flares and stuff like that. We'll talk more about that later. But I was browsing eBay, as one does, Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that, and trying to figure out like what kind of wing to put on it. I wanted to run a 326 power wing, but as you guys know, on the S chassis, it's like a super played out wing. So I decided to not go that route. So the next best thing for me was a D-Max wing. Now, I really like the, I don't even know what you call it, but it's like a drag wing, platform wing, especially with the rear that's wide. I also have the Car Modify Wonder Wing that goes with this kit, but I'm not really liking it. It's kind of too narrow for how wide the car is. It's the one that looks like a Type X but has a double deck on it. Let me just cut to the chase. Long story short, I found one on eBay for a decent deal. It does need a little bit of work, but we have an authentic D-Max wing. Ooh, there's drips on it. Let's go ahead and try this on. Just mock it up real quick. So again, I do not know if I'm gonna run this over fender yet. I kind of wanna have the one that is just a nice rounded quarter rather than this flare. I don't know, we'll see though. But I'm super excited to just see what this is gonna look like on it. Dude, I like this a lot. What do you guys think? Yeah, it's supposed to sit like that. I'm digging this. I really want to put the car on the ground and bring it out to show you guys. I might have to do that real quick. Hold on.
This one would look really good. The only thing though is that these ones you would have to mold in rather than just put the bolts in. The original origin style that I had on here, I don't think I'm gonna run those, which is funny because I bought them to replace these. Or no, I bought them to replace the original flares that were on the car, which was a Car Modify over fender just with like a flare on it. So I bought these and then I realized that I don't want these. So I bought the origin styled ones, which is the matching fenders to the front. But now I think I want to go back to these because I like the bolt out, like wide hip looking on the rear of this car. I also have one of the rear Minervas that got derated when I was moving it around in the driveway. So it's one of the rears. I'm just gonna put the tire back on so I can throw the Minervas back on the car. I kind of want to run them for now just because I want it to have that touch fitment just for a little bit so I can ride it lower than it would be with the 326 wheels.
guys, so my roof spoiler finally came in after ordering it on April 10th. It is now what, November 19th.
Damn.
I know, so long. I do not recommend going through these people, I swear. Anyway, we got it. Let's go ahead and see if it even fits nicely. Could have probably got it apart from Japan quicker than this. Let's go ahead and open this up.
It's too straight. Maybe gotta leave it in the sun for a little bit.
Possibly. Yeah, it needs a little bit of bending, but it's okay. I think it's gonna look good. Like complete.
It's really tiny. It's smaller than I thought it was gonna be.
Hatches ones are like this though, that's why, because it only needs a little bit. Debating if I wanted to run this, like I was telling you guys earlier. I didn't want to mold these in, but because I'm gonna run this one, I think I'm gonna mold it in. So I know it obviously doesn't look like it fits now. There is like a lip on the inside of the fender that I need to grind down, which will give me a little bit more extra clearance and allow me to flex it a little bit more. I was debating if I was gonna run a flare, like how Christine's car is, but I think I want this style more. Bring it back to like the early 2000s-ish look.
Yeah. Like I was gonna go flares, but flares is ugly.
Yeah, flares, I don't even know why anyone would want them to run flares. I think what we have on the agenda right now is to run that brake line into the car.
What brake line?
That runs to the hydro. So I'm just finishing up routing the lines for the dual caliper. So all I did was I just drilled a hole right there, which led right pretty much straight to the caliper. And from here, I'm gonna route it to the front, this section right here. So the way this one works is you don't do a T. You pretty much just have the line from the hydro run to this caliper, and then there's a double banjo on this side that connects this caliper to the passenger side, and that's it. That's the plumbing right there. There's no need for any T's and stuff like that. It's literally just two lines. Okay guys, so the plumbing is now all set. I originally thought that for some reason the banjo bolt fitting wouldn't fit into my master cylinder, even though it said it was the same pitch. But I guess what happened was there was a mix-up between the two caliper and the master bolts. We just have to bleed the system and then figure out where to mount this. So it's just a rough mock-up to make sure the plumbing is all there. Now we just need to figure out where we're gonna mount it. Now here's the hard part, because I have a seat, which is right there outside the window, that I'm gonna be mounting in the car. So I don't know if it's worth it to figure out the seat placement first and then figure out where to mount this, or if I should just mount this and then figure out where the seat's gonna go after that.
I feel like you should find the seat placement first.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. So we're gonna leave this off for now. So the dilemma that I have is that I'm very tall, at least for the S chassis. So with the helmet on, my head literally touches the ceiling. So in order for me to drive Christine's car or this car, I need to recline the chair back a bit like this, so that way I'll have headroom to drive. So it's kind of like I'm drifting but reclined, and it's kind of hard to drive that way. So I'm gonna see if I can just pull this seat out real quick and have that actually just sit on the floor and see if that's gonna give me enough headspace. Oh man.
It's touching the ceiling.
I have like a finger's gap, but this is without the seat bracket.
Oh, really?
This is literally the seat just on the floor.
Is it resting on this panel though?
No, it's a finger's gap.
On both sides?
With my seat like this. So we're gonna go ahead and open up these brackets. Well, yeah, if you guys are watching this channel and you guys are new here, my name is Blaine. This is my car, and that's Christine's car right there. We do everything in this little garage right here, including paint. So, if you guys like you guys see, make sure you guys stick around, subscribe if you guys haven't already. There's a bunch of you guys, according to our analytics, that just continuously watch our videos, which we really, really appreciate. But we would appreciate even more if you guys could subscribe and like the videos. Anyway, let's get back on to the video. So here are the brackets. So the reason why I wanted to get generic ones is because I knew that I'll have to modify them regardless. So I was able to score these for less than $100, which is actually a really decent deal. Of course I could make them. Of course I can make them myself, but I priced out the metal and it was gonna be like 40, 50 bucks just to get the metal and have to like mock everything up. So I think I paid that for this, but it was already made. So I don't know. Let's go ahead and see how this works. Oh, bro, it's not gonna fit.
Oh, your head is
already touching the ceiling. Oh.